What is going on, guys? So today I'm actually going to be talking about kind of the game plan with gas and oil and stocks and stuff and everything like that. So if you guys don't know right now, the national average in the USA is currently $4.98. So obviously you're thinking like, boom, gas is high, but it's not too high yet, right? As we know, California is obviously taking that national average way higher up. But here's the thing. A lot of people are like, boom, oil stocks are going to shoot up, or either that, or gas prices are going to go down. The difference is that two factors about this whole thing is one factor is that the USA basically has oil reserves, right? So what have they been doing? They have basically already started using those oil reserves, and they're not charging for them, right? They basically bought those a while back, and now they're basically selling them at the cost that they bought them at, which basically means they're not really trying to make a profit. They are trying to keep it low, gas prices lower right now. The main issue with that is those oil reserves will not last forever, and they cannot use all of the oil reserves, right? Because if you guys are not aware, mostly those are actually used for natural disasters. In case, like stuff literally can't come anymore, they're like, okay, we gotta, help a country get oil, right? Because otherwise it's gonna be mayhem, because some people live way too far away from grocery stores and all of that, and they don't want to have that kind of on their hands and stuff, saying like, oh, we needed it for the money. No, it's mainly used for natural disasters and stuff like that. So they started tapping into those oil reserves. So right now the price of gas or the price of oil is not really even as high as where it should be right now if they had not started tapping into it. Now the hope is obviously clearly that the price of oil and gas are going to go down, that they can then slowly, start refilling their oil supplies. Now, the issue with this is what happens if it runs out, right? Well, they can't really completely dry it out. And second off, as it is looking right now, basically, oil is only going to go up higher in price, right? Now, with that being said, the first solution would be to be buying oil stocks, right? ExxonMobil, like SCO, that's an oil inverse ETF, all of this stuff. Now, the issue with that is a lot of these factors by Wall Street are actually already calculated into the stock price, right? Just because the general public is not aware of, like an oil storage room basically that the government has and all of that, doesn't mean it's not factored into the price. So the thing with that whole being said, it's nowhere near as bad as what it's going to be, in my opinion. Again, this is all kind of the research I've done, with all the information I've gathered, and kind of my own conclusion put to this. Preferably, I would love oil to go down. Sadly, I do not think it's going to be like that. Right now in Texas, my buddy actually called me, right? So for my car, I have to get the 95 oil. And right now, that is around at $5.20 a gallon. And, it's slowly starting to kill me. Not kill me, but you guys know what I mean. Because the previous month, right, my car does not get the best gas mileage, right? As sports cars usually don't. So last month, or like before I started traveling, I spent around $800 in that month just on gas alone. I do drive a lot. I enjoy driving, especially my cars. But the main thing about that is that was when oil or my gas cost was at around almost $1 less than where it's at now. So if I calculate that out, I'm well over $1,000 if I would have continued driving like that, which right now I don't have to worry about it. I won't be back there until around like end of July, beginning of August time. So, however, the thing with that being said, right, easily in Texas at 95 is by August, it's $6.50, which for Texas is absolutely insane, right? Utah is already at around $6, so that's not good. It was at like $5.40 for the 89. But the main thing about this is it is not as bad as it can get, as well as the stocks. All of these factors are already calculated in. So right now, buying oil stocks, yes, you could potentially increase your money. You could make a profit. However, right now, that is a 50-50 risk. Because, again, they're doing a lot to actually try to get the oil prices stable and keep them down. The other factor about this is, as we guys know, moving into electric vehicles, that's only a small deterrent or making the oil factor or the stock prices go down. because you need oil for a lot more, right? The factories and everything like that, you just need it, right? That you can't 100% not have it. However, right now, the way I'm looking at the stock prices for oil is a pure 50-50, right? Because basically right now, it is in a linear uptrend. Basically, theoretically, oil prices are going to continue to go up, which means that oil stocks are going to continue to go up as well. Now, the thing about this is there's kind of a brick wall in the middle of that, right? Because they are literally doing everything they can to not let this happen, and they're trying to push it away. So obviously they can take more drastic measures, and we're going to see. And a big factor of this obviously is the Ukraine and Russia war, right? So hopefully, as soon as this ceases, oil prices are going to go back down, which means oil stocks are going to go down again. And as you guys know, stocks in the stock market tend to hyperactivate in a sense, right? So based on news, right, they're gonna, instead of theoretically if they should only drop 5%, they're gonna drop 10%, but then the next day or a couple days or weeks after, it's going to slowly, make up that difference again. But basically on any news right now, the stock market is hyper-activated. So, news comes out, boom, shoots up 50%, boom, back down, boom, shoots down 50%, and then slowly makes its way back to the actual price it should be. Just due to the economic conditions right now, obviously everything is losing the American word, but, hyper overpriced in a sense, right? Or hyper activated. Basically, car prices aren't where they should be. They aren't fair value right now. Everything is basically not at the value it should theoretically be at. So just want to give you this kind of heads up that, when picking oil stocks, kind of take a double sense. Personally, I'm staying out of them right now because I don't like taking a 50-50 gamble. It's not kind of my thing, especially with the money amount I invest. So just want to give a heads up, give you guys some news on what's driving those factors, the brick wall, and kind of which way it's going. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this little quick update. Other than that, I will see you guys tomorrow with another video. Peace out, guys.